Welcome to the Detail Solutions Podcast. My name is Alex Russell, and I'm your host. Red Delight. Can you guys buy some of it, please? You know you want some fancy Red Delight with Noxie's face, just stuffing his mouth hole with a glazed donut on it while he's jamming out to some Detail Solutions podcast. For anybody that's maybe watching the video, um, yeah, gotta get rid of them. Sent a bunch out this week. So hopefully, maybe when people get them, they'll make some posts. It'll get people going on it. $60 shipped inside the United States. If you're outside the United States, I just got to figure out what the shipping cost is going to be. Like I said before, I got one going to Sweden. Excited about that. Should be fun. You can't find it on the website. That is a strictly buy through me only. But the website, the detailsolutionspodcast.com, what is on there is the links to find us, where you can listen to us, where you can watch us, where you can follow us on social media. It also has preferred vendors. We got a new one I'm going to be uploading hopefully this weekend before this episode comes out. But when you go on there, you can see all of our wonderful ad partners. Has a little bit of a about their business, about the brand. Has a coupon code if they have a coupon code. If they don't have a coupon code, it is a mention us at purchase or signing up to get a discount. And then it also has a quick link that'll take you right to their website. When you spend some money with them, they'll continue to spend some money with me for me to be able to bring you the show. We all have a good laugh, hopefully. So we got that hashtag money funny. We also have the drip shop on there. It's got some t-shirts, got some hoodies, got some hats. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Honestly, if you guys want them, it's there. I'm not really that worried about it. So yeah, I'm a little behind on the YouTube, I think, but I think I'm going to keep it that way. We're not going to do live videos anymore on Wednesday nights, so I still will record the video to put up on YouTube for the ones of you who like putting it up on the TVs in the shop or whatever. I do appreciate those, but I think what I'm going to do is obviously probably wait a couple of weeks before after the episode actually hits. I'm trying to drive numbers back to the actual podcast. A lot of times when you guys watch the lives on Wednesdays, then you're not listening to it, which hurts our numbers. And if you are listening to it, man, you are awesome. I really appreciate you suffering through this twice. Um, and then the ones watching on YouTube. Yeah, so they'll be a little bit behind the audio coming out, but that's just the way it's going to be from now on. Hope you guys enjoyed the last little 15-minute episode I did the other day. I got a couple of really good compliments on it, so that's going to be probably a thing from now on. The 1 hour ones will probably just be for like these Q&As, and then maybe like once a month I'll do a roundtable. Other than that, I'll knock out a couple of 10 to 15-minute topic-y type things. Makes it a whole lot easier on me, honestly. That episode was so short and sweet. It was easy for me to do too. So let's see what else. If you haven't signed up and you want to go to the Just Car Angel Wax training, that is May 3rd through the 5th. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. I will be there. I mean, don't worry about it being at Reds. Nobody cares about Noxie. But I'll be there. Tommy's going to be there. Rick's going to be there. Rain's going to be there. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to try to record some stuff while I'm there. Just be a royal pain in the ass to Noxie while I'm there. I'm sure he'll be happily throwing stuff at me and trying to make me do things out of my comfort zone to embarrass me in front of everybody. But, yeah, it's all love. We love each other. So yeah, if you're going to go to that is on the Angel Wax page. You could go on there. You can sign up and get your seat. It's not too late. I don't think they're sold out. And back to the YouTube. Sorry, I talked about the YouTube, but I forgot to mention we do have the new YouTube channel. So it is the Detail Solutions Podcast, the number one. because basically I had to start over. TikTok is still the Detail Solutions Pod. I apologize, I'm behind on putting some Opus clips up. Like I told you before, it's just crazy busy right now with Haley's cheerleading. So that'll be over in about a week. So I'll get back to it. All right. With that being said, let's jump into a brand new ad today. I am excited about this one. I've been working really hard to get this one done. Took pulling some strings and making it a collaboration deal, but man, I think it's going to work out for all of us. I hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys go and support them like you support all the other ads. And I'll be right back with Will Boston. Tired of struggling with tight spaces when detailing your car? Introducing the Flex PXE80, the ultimate precision tool for detailers. And with the FS140 extension tool, reach those unreachable areas with ease. Say goodbye to frustration and hello to flawless results. Upgrade your detailing game today and get 10% off Flex tools at Detailed Image. Visit detailedimage.com and use the code DSP15 for 15% off your order. Not applicable with Flex tools. All right, I'm back with Will Boston. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad.
Yeah. You were mentioning earlier you got a little bit of winter up there, huh?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's putting a damper on my mobile detailing, but another
Yeah.
week and I should be good. I hope.
Yeah. Is it snowing or is it just cold?
Maybe it was light snow. I was in the city today, and it's light snow, and I was on my way home and hit slush snow, sloppy, nasty stuff.
That's so crazy because, like I told you earlier, it's crazy. I mean, obviously, I know we're like, plenty of miles apart, but you're getting snow and we were hitting 93 degrees down here in Florida today. Like, it's just so,
Yeah.
it's so weird to like, some people are still experiencing winter and not Florida. We don't play that game.
Nope. It's too warm for me.
Yeah,
I'll take
dude. I don't,
Arizona.
yeah. Man, I don't, the climate change thing I think is pretty real because there wasn't too many hoodie days this year for us down here. So I was kind of a little disappointed. I like wearing my hoodies every now and then, but yeah, and David Patterson over at O'Burke sent me a couple of nice ones. I won't be able to wear those until next year probably. So they're gonna sit
Who
on the
knows?
shelf. Yeah.
It's only gonna get warmer.
Oh, I know, I know. So
And that's
listen,
okay.
man. Yeah. So listen, let's jump into the only questions that I come to the table with is the how, where, when, why
Oh boy.
did you get into detailing?
Well, a long time ago, I was laid off from a crappy job I had, and I just cleaned a few cars, made a bit of money. It just kind of stuck.
Yeah. And then like was it just kind of like, wash bucket type deal or did you like were you doing like, kind of detailing? Like how did you actually get into, the detailing part of it?
Well, back then it was just the bucket method and
Yeah.
cleaning the inside. I didn't really know what I was doing then, but people liked it, and I didn't ruin anything. So
Yeah. That's always the
it
good part when you don't
it,
ruin something.
it kept bills paid for.
Yeah. So when did you kind of take it and say, "Hey, look, I'm doing pretty good with this. Let me, start expanding," and then did you do any kind of training or was it just kind of more of a self-taught type thing?
I was self-taught for a while, and then I got a job at a Chev dealership, detailing. Learned a little bit there, but then I went back to work where I was laid off from. And then it took a long, long time before I applied for another job at a Ford dealership this time and
Okay.
detailed there. Then I thought, oh, well, then I saw there was a training center in Toronto. I was like, oh, maybe they have a detailing course. I talked to the boss into, paying for it. And I took that and I said, okay, I made it official and went during COVID. And I've been doing it ever since. Not full time.
Nice. Not full
I,
time?
no, I decided to try that this fall. I was sick and tired of the dealership politics. So
Yeah.
I left and then discovered it's probably a really bad time in my life to leave because after about 3 months, bills catch up, pile up.
Yeah.
Christmas season, people have no money, can't mobile in snow, so I had to get another job, and now I cook it.
Now you cook. And I'll tell you what, man, I was looking at some of the plates on your Facebook page, man, and you can definitely cook, I think.
Oh yeah.
So how did that kind of come about? Were you always into cooking, or did you, have a restaurant job before, or was it just something you kind of, hey, I need a job to pay the bills?
When I was young, I cooked a lot, and actually, I went to culinary school in 2006. So I
Oh, cool.
graduated with that and worked in restaurants. Then I was tired of not having any breaks, crappy pay, so I got a steel worker job, and well, that didn't end up great either.
Yeah. So would out of them, what do you like better, detailing, cooking, or the steelworking job? I mean, obviously you don't do
Oh,
the
I hate
steelworking
steel.
job
It's
anymore,
loud
but
and noisy and dirty.
uh-huh.
So I prefer to detail, but for now, cooking, at least my work environment is always positive, which
Yeah.
helps. And
Okay.
my bosses knows that I am going to be mobile soon, and it's really funny because a new prep cook is starting on Sunday. She's also a detailer in the area.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't know how this is going to work out because
You
I
guys
don't know.
should team up and get like a food truck slash mobile detailing, and one of you
Oh,
can cook, the other one can detail, and you guys can switch off.
well, that could work, but
You
no, she.
pull up at a parking lot somewhere, like at a business park or whatever, and
Oh,
make everybody lunch and clean their cars at the same time.
that could work, but no, her and her husband, they closed down their detail shop
Oh, okay.
because they had other businesses going on too.
Okay.
She actually just asked me on Facebook the other day if I was interested in getting a couple customers. I was like, sure. Well, they wants their boat polished and coated, and another guy Harley. So, all right, sure,
Nice. Yeah.
might as
20
well.
bucks 20 bucks is 20 bucks, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to charge the Harley guy yet. I got to go look at it. But
Yeah. Now do you do a lot of like motorcycles and boats, or is this
I've
one of those
done
things
a
where
few boats.
okay.
They're not my favorite, but it's good money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I did one a couple of weeks ago, and I only did it because it was a real good client of mine, and he was willing to pay, the per foot average. So I couldn't complain too much, you know. I just don't like doing them because my shop's not big enough for it.
Yeah, I'm
So I
hoping.
have to do it outside.
Yeah, I'm hoping this other boat they have a place to do it. I have one client. He's got a lot of toys and a lot of equipment and cars. I did
Okay.
his boat. He was gonna paint it. I said, no, I can fix that. Well, so I wet sanded the whole thing, polished
Oh,
it,
wow.
put ceramic on it, and well, my shoulder has never been the same.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. You do not fight a rotary.
No.
Oh,
Did you did it jump on you and like tweak your shoulder or something, or just
something
kinda
happened, but I even look at a boat and I hurt.
oh,
But
wow.
whatever.
Yeah,
You got to
my
do what you got to do.
no, exactly. And that's, geez, man, the boat I did last week was probably the first time I've touched a rotary and since my car wash days, so probably 8
Oh,
years.
ugh.
And and I mean it's like riding a bike, right? I mean, like it came back to me, but I'll tell you what, kind of sitting down in the chair to get the low spots, and then you kind of start reaching up and reaching up, and you don't realize like, okay, you're kind of reaching up kind of high. You need to get your ass up out of the chair and get those. And I get to a point and I'd be like, shit, I need to stand up. But yeah, my shoulders were hurting for the next couple of days after that.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh, boats.
Kind of, kind of hoping it's not in bad condition. Maybe just a quick paint cleanup job
Yeah,
before ceramic goes on. But we'll
right.
see. They haven't called yet,
Oh, okay.
so I'm
Okay,
hoping.
gotcha. Nah, nice. So what being mobile and everything like that, like what kind of typical services are you doing? I mean, are you kind of doing a little bit of everything, or do you strictly try to stay towards corrections and coatings?
I like doing coatings, but mobile it's hard.
Yeah.
But I'll do just about any interior, exterior.
Okay.
I
Which
have
one's
a,
your favorite, interior or exterior?
sometimes I can't even decide. I like interior, but exterior is pretty fun too.
Yeah. I hate interiors. I don't like being cooped up in there. I mean, even though you got the doors and everything open, I always still feel like I'm cooped up in the vehicle. Sometimes it's hard to maneuver and get around the different positions to
Oh,
clean the different spots, and you almost feel like you got to be a contortionist sometimes.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer doing SUVs. I don't like little cars and I don't like
Yeah.
trucks.
Yeah. SUVs aren't too bad. Um, so I kind of want to talk a little bit about this cooking thing. Because like I said, I was stalking your Facebook before we jumped on, and you got some pretty cool dishes and everything on there. So, um, is it with the restaurant that you're working for? Is it kind of a set thing, or do you get to play around with it? Because I noticed like you had everything from like a sloppy Joe to like a you know half slab of ribs to some salads and things like that. It looked like it's a little bit of everything kind of.
Well, the boss normally thinks of something, but if I get the chance, I'm allowed to come up with specials. But
Yeah.
they got their menu and it's basic, but still tastes
What's
good.
your yeah, what's your favorite thing to cook? Like even if it's not in the restaurant, what's your favorite meal to make?
I'm a burger guy,
Ah, dude, nice.
and I don't even like cheese on it.
Really?
No,
Just regular? Do you dress it up any, or are you just a straight burger, maybe with like, some condiments or whatever
it's
on
got
it?
to have the mayo on it.
Okay.
I'm a mayo guy. It's got to be mayo, ketchup, onions.
Okay. Nice. I'm not a mayo guy. I can do mayo on sandwiches, but it's got to be a really thin spread. I
No
can't
way,
do
bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do the mayo on a burger or whatever. Um, yeah, no, that's cool. I'm a burger guy too. I love
No, yeah.
having
I'll
burgers,
go
but I
to a.
gotta have I gotta have cheese on mine though. I can't do it without cheese. I don't know.
Well, if it's needs cheese, it's too dry and overcooked.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, but no, I don't know. I mean, I've definitely had some juicy burgers. I usually get them medium anyways.
mm,
But no, I don't know. Just cheese is I don't know. I guess it's just something I've always had cheeseburgers, so it's just, that thing. Um whenever I do burger. Yeah. Which surprisingly my dad doesn't do cheese on his burgers. So,
mm,
yeah, it's weird.
yeah.
So what other types of things are you kind of into, besides cooking and detailing? What other interests or hobbies do you have?
Well, I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Oh,
Actually, I've
okay.
been in training for a few days now, and today was extra hard.
Yeah.
Pretty sore today.
Yeah. What
So
all did you have to do? What all did you have to do today for that?
today was doing ladder stuff. So a
Okay.
little sore. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, maybe I drank way too much coffee, but my thigh muscle locked up on a ladder, and I couldn't move for a minute. And
Ooh.
uh, almost embarrassing, but we're all the same level, so just
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
over it and do it.
What turns you on to wanting to do that?
I always wanted to, and then my ex-wife told me I couldn't do it,
Oh, the
so I
old
did.
ex-wife motivation.
Yeah,
You
so I
can't
did.
do it. I'm
I
gonna
mean, we
do
were
it.
divorced before by the time I became, but
Right.
I did it anyway.
Yeah. Was it a pretty hard process to get into, or
No,
was it
not
just
really.
or was it just more of like she said I can't do it, I'm gonna do it kind of thing?
It was kind of like that, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Okay. Now, do you have any aspirations of maybe going full time, or do you just want to stay volunteer?
I'd like to go full time. it'll be at
Okay.
least a year before they put out a call in the next big city, which I
Right.
was thinking before, well, the intro was on. If you know where the I-75 ends going north of Lansing, like all the
Okay.
way to the border, I'm right close to there. My
Okay.
hometown is on the other side of the I-75.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to go full time. My current fiance, she said I'm not going to, and I asked her why, and she said because I said so.
So you got one
Actually,
that said you couldn't do it and you did it, and you got another one saying you can't do it. So
yeah. Then my best friend today told me I'm too old. Say, screw you!
yeah,
I got 20 years before retirement.
yeah. So what are you 40?
45.
45? Okay.
But,
Yeah.
but I'd like to
That
go full
dude, man,
time.
like listen, I'll give it to you. I mean, 45 and then deciding you want to be a volunteer firefighter. I mean, I'm 6 years older than you, and yeah, there's no way. I mean, even if I wanted to, my body would be like, "Yeah, not happening." It'd be almost like the meme of Jason Bateman, "The fuck you are." That's my body.
Yeah,
That would be my body telling me.
that's been my body for 3 days now. I haven't worked
Yeah,
so hard in a long time. Started
yeah.
taking Tylenol muscle and body aches and stuff, and I think maybe I went overboard, and that's probably why my leg muscles weren't working good.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just too
Yeah.
relaxed, but we'll see.
Dude, but
Continue in the
I
morning.
bet you've been sleeping really good the past couple of days, huh?
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
have.
That's
And
that's
then I got
that's
like,
the
oh
payoff.
man, it's 5:30. I got to get up again.
Yeah. That's
Almost
that
done
is
though.
the payoff
Almost on
when
the
you do.
course.
Yeah, that is the payoff when you do things like that, is usually the result is when you work really hard like that, the result is some stellar sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta
It's
try to
all good.
find that sleep. My garage behind me. Well, the
Yeah.
lights and it's messy, but like I got a beetle from a coworker that wants me to clean her car and sitting in my driveway. And then tomorrow night I was asked to do a spark, full interior, shampoo, everything. Okay, let's
Oh,
see
wow.
how fast I can clean my garage after I'm done training.
Yeah, yeah, right? Yeah.
Because of course
Um,
it's half snowing.
yeah. I I again, I don't know anything about snow. In fact, I saw snow for the first time this year. In all my 50 years, 51 years, I saw snow for the first time today, and or this year, and like I don't even know if you could count it as snow. It was just flurries. But I gotta imagine that is probably a pain in the ass to try and detail when it's snowing out, especially, no, I know you got it inside and everything like that, but still just, I gotta imagine it's almost a little counterintuitive, because it seems like you would be, a lot of times getting things dirty as you're cleaning.
It's possible to do. It's just if it's cold, I don't like the cold. I'm
Yeah.
not meant for cold weather.
But yet you live in Canada where it's cold probably like 90% of the year.
Oh, now come on, we don't all live in igloos. I
You
know that's what a
don't?
lot of Americans
You
think. We live in igloos, but
you don't? I mean, yeah, I've been bamboozled.
well, probably Dean's probably in shorts and a tank top right now in his with his weather. I don't know. Windsor's a
Probably. Yeah.
whole other climate for us.
Yeah, when I last time I talked to him, he said he didn't really get much of a winter, this year, I think.
No,
I forget.
no,
I don't
there's
know.
not much winter at all here.
Yeah.
It could just go away altogether. I'd be good with it
Yeah.
because firewood gets expensive too.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. Yeah. See, I don't know, we got a fake fire down here, so
Oh, nice.
we got one of those not I don't it's not even yeah, it's electric, it's not even gas. We got an electric fire,
Oh,
place in the, underneath the TV, so I just push a button and it turns on, I push a button, it
mhm.
turns off, and it just I can change the colors of it, I can
Oh
change
boy,
the pattern.
probably has air conditioned fire too.
No, but what is pretty cool is, I mean, we've never really had to use it, but it does have like a little heater vent. So like when you turn it on, you can actually turn on the heat, and it'll kind of blow like hot air out of it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it I mean, shoot, I don't even think it got cold enough this winter for us to even turn the heat on in the house. So
Oh come on, it must have went below 70.
Yeah, I mean, it went below 70, but I mean, not. I mean, it didn't get. This year it didn't really get down into like the 30s or 40s like we have
Ugh.
had in some years past. Um, and it's kind of funny that I say 30s and 40s, and I heard you kind of scoff a little bit there, but it's kind of funny because I try to tell people that it is a different cold. And nobody ever believes me, but this year at MTE, David Patterson was at a dinner with me and the Jesscar guys and Ian from Auto Fiber, and Patterson had like two hoodies on and was like talking about how cold it was because I think it was like at MTE, I think it was like in the like low to mid 60s in the evening time. And I was like, "Dude, you're from Wisconsin. Like, how is this cold for you? Like, it should be cold for me." And he's like, "Dude, it's cold." And I was like, "I keep trying to tell you guys it's a wet cold. It's a lot different than what you get up north is more of a dry cold. And you guys always make fun of me." And he goes, "No." He goes, I think I believe you now." So, you know,
Oh yeah, it's
us
it's
us
different up
Flor-
here.
yeah, us Floridians, you guys make fun of us for being, full on snowsuits or whatever in 30s or 40s degrees, but it is different. It is a lot different. So
No,
yeah.
you
uh,
could live in Georgia.
I don't know that I would. I mean, I don't know if Georgia's any
Isn't it?
different,
It's
better.
humid. I thought.
Well, I mean, here in Florida is humid. I don't know that moving it. I mean, Georgia does get colder than we get, but it's still hot and humid like down here. It does just get a little bit colder up there because they are one state north. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know if I could live in the same state as Noxie. I don't know that
No.
state's big enough for the two of us.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, man, let's jump into a commercial break real quick,
Sure.
and we'll come back and we'll talk some more bullshit. We'll be right
All
back.
right.
Your ultimate partner in automotive detailing. Elevate your detailing game with our premium microfiber towels and applicators, meticulously crafted for protection. Unleash the power of precision and achieve that showroom shine. Autofiber, where innovation meets immaculate finish. Upgrade your detailing experience today. Visit autofiber.com and use the code DSP for 10% off your order. The difference is in the details. All right, we're back. So what have been some of your favorite cars that you've worked on over the years?
Didn't even catch that.
Oh,
It started to catch out,
okay. I was
cutting
like,
out
oh shoot,
during
wait.
commercial.
Uh, oh, really? Okay, that's weird. Um, so what have been some of your favorite cars to work on over the years that you've been in business?
It's gonna sound silly, but I like Hyundai's.
Okay. Any
I
particular
don't really like
reason?
Japanese cars. I don't
Okay.
know. I find them easier to clean. I mean,
Really?
I clean like 5 years. I did Fords, lots and lots and lots of Fords.
Right.
But all of them, I think, the Hyundai's.
That's pretty interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I mean, everybody has a reason for, if they're easy for you to clean, then yeah, I could see that being a favorite car of yours to do. What's been like a difficult
There was
car?
one that I was probably favorite one of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
So
was
far,
it?
favorite car so far was a 2007 Jaguar XJS or something. I can't remember. I guess apparently it was the Queen's
Okay.
car that he
Yeah.
drove. I don't know. The guy's a cheap prick that had it.
Oh.
So I did like, yeah. I couldn't convince him to have
Nice.
a ceramic because
So
this guy in the pre-town, he had a ceramic and he didn't like it and he thinks it's fake. It's like whatever. So $400 I charged him for
uh
it. I polished it up,
like a
waxed it.
polish job. Yeah. What's
Gave me
what's wow. What's been a difficult car
yeah.
for you to do?
I hate, honestly, I hate low-end Japanese cars. Camry or
Okay.
your Toyotas, Honda Civics.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
brutal. They fell short on the quality of the interior. Like as
Yeah.
everybody knows, they're
That
miserable,
cheap, shitty
miserable
carpet.
carpet. Yes.
Miserable carpet. Exactly.
Oh, stuff is brutal. You
I
can't clean it.
know.
You can't use your extractor on it because it just turns to foam. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Most people
It's
don't see
it's
what we
like
see.
there's it's like it's so thin and there's no padding to it. Almost like sand just kind of gets stuck. Doesn't ever
Yeah.
come out of it. Yeah.
No Tornador is gonna clean that.
Nope. Nope. So your Facebook profile thing is the Haas image. So Formula One fan or NASCAR?
NASCAR. Although I'm starting
Okay.
to wonder if I should go to RCR because Briscoe is kind of being pretty shitty this year.
Yeah.
I don't even think
See,
he's finished top 10.
oh wow. See, I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but I am a Formula One fan, so that's why I was asking. Because I mean, listen, the Haas's ain't doing too good in Formula One either. So
Well, I guess I'm not missing much.
no, you're not. You're not. No, they suck.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because when they came in, I think like their first or second year, they did really well. Thought there was a lot of hope for that team in Formula One. Being an American based team, but doesn't
That's the
doesn't seem
problem.
that way.
They need to have
Yeah.
a European car.
Well,
That's
I yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's American just in the fact
yeah.
that Gene Haas owns it. I mean, they do have their factory is over in the UK, and the whole team and basically everything is UK. I mean, even the driver, we don't the Haas doesn't even have an American driver. Surprisingly, the only American driver in Formula One is races for Williams, which is a British team. So, yeah.
I'd like to start watching Formula One, but I don't know. I don't even have time. I can't even watch Talladega this weekend because switched
Oh,
over from NBC to whatever, and I'm not gonna pay $50 a month to have that channel. So.
yeah, that's kind of the shitty thing with some of this stuff is, I mean, thankfully here in the States, Formula One um, is ESPN gets the rights through Sky Sports, um, and it's nice because if you watch it live, because Sky Sports obviously doesn't do any advertising, because it's a race. Like, I know like NASCAR and even like IndyCar will kind of do like the picture in picture or not to disrupt, but Sky Sports doesn't do any kind of advertising, so it plays all the way through. But if you miss the live, or don't record the live on ESPN down here and you catch it on a replay, then ESPN does throw ads in, and it's like, ah, some bitch. I just want to watch the race all the way through without an ad.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I do, but I hate when they start switching things around and then now you got to pay for this. I mean, they were talking about I mean, thank God ESPN got it because I think they were talking about like putting Formula One on Netflix or Prime, which I mean, thankfully we already do have those streaming services, but still, if we didn't and I would have had to pay for it, I'd have been a little upset. So yeah. What got you into NASCAR? Oh, did I lose you again?
Jeez. Somebody's connection.
Well,
Yeah, somebody's
well, you
connection.
there?
Could be. Weather's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's yours. Yeah, it's yours. You're in a yellow now.
Yeah.
It's showing your connection. But I got you.
No
I got you
surprise.
now though. But what got you
Yeah.
into NASCAR?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I just we have a local track. I just decided to go one day, and then one of my customers watches it, so I'm trying to get something in common with him. He's kind of a customer. He
Yeah.
will stand with you and watch you, not
Okay.
necessarily over your shoulder, but he's around. So makes other than quiet. So I started watching. It's like, okay, this is better than I thought. And we got the
That's
local
cool.
racetrack. It starts now, June, I think. Finally,
Okay.
short track, 3rd mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How long ago did you get into it? Like how far back was this?
Year and a half, 2 years almost.
Oh, okay. So pretty recently you become
Yeah.
a fan of it then or whatever. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It was always one of those. I
So
can't sit that long and watch cars going around in a circle. And then I started. And
yeah. Yeah.
nope. Now I'm hooked.
Nice. So what drew you to Haas as for a team?
Actually, my one big client, he sells Mahindra.
Okay.
So I was like, oh well, might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he'd do better if he went into a Camry, but that's Stuart Haas getting his Fords.
Yeah. 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 Listen, he didn't make it a good choice in Formula One either. So
Yeah, well,
it just seems like it's a Haas thing. So yeah. Oh man. Um let's see. What kind of what was your favorite car growing up? Like what kind of cars were you into?
I wasn't really growing up. I mean, I started playing around when I was a kid on the old Willys Jeep, like it was a 41 my parents got for a plow thing. And after I ruined that a few times, and that was gone. Then I didn't really like cars.
Yeah?
I liked fixing them. Actually, I can't stand fixing them now because
Okay.
now I don't like getting dirty.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
patience for getting under cars, getting
yeah.
dirty. Frig that.
Yeah.
I do my
So
own car. That's it.
so the detail thing really is your thing because you can stay pretty clean detailing
That's
cars for the
yeah.
most part.
I mean, I don't mind if I have to rip things apart. I'll do it.
Yeah.
It kills me. I'm on Facebook and I see, oh, don't pull the seats, don't do this. It's like, fuck, you spill some shit under a seat, you got to clean it. Pull
Yeah.
them seats out. If I have to, I will go to the bare steel in a car. It's
Okay.
like you got to do it. So I
Yeah.
like to keep
Well,
it clean.
listen, there's a lot of detailers that do. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm not pulling seats out. I'm just for me it's more of you know, an insurance risk or an insurance thing. I mean, God forbid if I, happen to not put the seat back in or even whatever, right? Like
All
let's
right.
say my client gets in an accident and they're like, oh well, you pulled my seat out. You must not have put it back in wrong and we're suing you or
Yeah.
whatever, even if that wasn't part of the thing,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Oh, it could
so
happen. Definitely.
right, right. And also too, like I'm really not taking on jobs that are that bad that you need to pull the seats
No.
out. I because again, I don't want to do those types of cars. I'll quote them usually for me, I'll quote them high enough because it's a dirty car and they're looking for the guy who's going to do it for like $50, not my $500 price
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So I kind of dodge the bullet on those anyways. And then the people that, kind of take care of their cars and their cars are in decent condition and I, quote them my $300 to $400 price for, a regular interior detailing, they totally understand and honestly the cars are kind of clean enough that it's not a huge deal or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I don't pull seats. It's just not my thing. I'm not going to do it. I won't pull carpet out. There's plenty of people who will, and I tell people they can find
Oh
them.
yeah.
But again, you have a little bit of mechanical experience, so you're probably more comfortable doing that. Whereas, I mean, yeah, I mean, I could unscrew a bolt, but I don't work on cars, so I don't pull seats,
Yeah. I have
kind of thing.
I have people that can help me if I run into trouble. And I mean, I try to
Yeah,
obviously if I know it's got to be torqued, I try to torque it. But working at a dealership is
yeah,
like nothing, just gone.
right. Yeah,
You just learn to be careful. You don't break anything, and don't do
Yeah.
Dodges or
And I mean, you
Toyotas because the bolts break and then it's a lot of drilling.
oh, wow. I mean, even Tesla, a buddy of mine used to be, a master tech for
Oh
them,
boy.
and one of my clients oh, man, one of my clients, he had some open wet dog food
Oh,
in his back seat, and, he thought he had the lid snapped down on it, but it tipped over, and it actually went into the little air vent that's underneath the front seat,
ew.
that
Oh
blows
yeah.
out. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
and
Not
so
nice.
I did 2 rounds of chlorine dioxide, in that car to try to kill the odor after doing a carpet shampoo or hot water extraction. Still couldn't do it, and I told my client, and so they had found out he took it or he had, um, called Tesla, and my buddy happened to be the mechanic that went out to work on it, and they had kinda determined that it had gone down in that vent, and that vent goes all the way underneath the, center console and everything, so they're like, "Look, you're gonna have to pull the carpet out, replace the carpet, do this, do that." Um, and even my buddy, when he pulled the seats out of it, he stripped a bolt on the seat,
Oh,
and they had to drill it and redo it, and he's mechanic, he's used to working on these cars. He worked for Tesla for a couple of years, before that had happened or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it can happen. It can happen to anybody,
oh
really.
yeah. I try not to go crazy if I know it's gonna break. If there's any chance, not
Yeah,
gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. Now, when you do an interior, do you pull seats normally, or just if it
Only if I
needs it,
have
kind
to,
of thing?
or if they ask.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes,
Do you charge extra for that?
not really normally, because it's just like 5 or 10 minutes of
No.
my time.
Okay.
I'm not one of those guys that, oh, there's an extra dog here. I'm not gonna charge like another hour of labor. If I have nothing else going on, I don't really care. As long as they're
Yeah.
happy and they spread the word that it's a good job, whatever.
Yeah. No, I usually tell people the only way that I charge extra is if it looks like the dog exploded in the car,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
If it's not much, because 'cause I've had those, you, like, open it up and it's just like, "Where's the carpet at?" All I
Oh,
see is dog hair,
yeah.
and it's like, ugh, yeah, I can't do those.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for that kind of shit too. Just
Yeah,
now I know the ones I see on the Facebook moms groups that they get my number, and sometimes I'll look and like, yeah, maybe it's better I don't. If you don't call me,
yeah,
okay, whatever. I got a client list already.
exactly.
You'll call me eventually. You go
Yeah,
ahead. Go to that
yeah, no,
$30 guy down the road. Go ahead.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't, yeah, there's sometimes it's just better to say
Yeah,
no,
I'm learning.
you know? Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, that's not up my alley, whatever, or like I said before, and I've said it before on the podcast too, is, um, I'll just quote it high enough that if they go for it, then it's worth it for me to do it,
Oh
you
yeah.
know? I mean, if they're willing to pay the money, I will do it, but I'll quote it high enough hoping that they say no. Um, you know, and then it's bit me in the ass a couple of times. They're like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
shit."
I have one client. He doesn't care. He says it is
Yeah,
actually the late early question. That is the aha moment when he
uh-huh,
told me, you know what, it costs what it costs.
yeah,
Sometimes charge what you got to charge. After I did his
yeah.
40
No,
foot
you
fucking
definitely
motorhome,
do.
he's like, "What's he gonna charge me?" He's like, "Well, just trying to figure it out." Then he was adding it up in his head. I'm like, "Holy crap!" No, you know what?
Yeah,
He's got me a lot of business. So I quoted him low. It's like 5 grand, but
yeah,
whatever. He's a good client. Then he's like, "Well, I'm gonna get a new motorhome in the fall when I come back from Florida in the spring. It's gonna be bigger." I'm like, "Oh, you only have a 40-foot garage." I did this one outside, which
good
was
lord.
stupid because now I know don't do a ceramic outside. Learning
Yeah,
experience, I guess. But
yeah. Yeah, that's
Not every customer.
that's
Not
the
every
fun.
customer's like, okay.
Yep.
I like the ones that will pay. What I say, I like making
Yeah.
really nasty cars look good.
Right, right. Yeah. No, I've had thankfully I've had a couple of clients that were, you know, never asked the price, just Alex, when can I bring it in? Drop it off with you, and those clients are cool, but they're, to me, they're nerve-wracking because I'm like, wait a second, we never talked about a price here. Like when he comes back and I tell him it's, $2,500 for this coding job, is he gonna flip out? Is he gonna be okay? Or, whatever. And every time okay, that's what it
Yeah,
is. I pay it. No arguments, no, I didn't think it was gonna be that much. You should have told me, but just,
that's my biggest fear. Is like, okay, we're not talking. You didn't ask how much. I'll get to their house and I'll certainly.
yeah,
And I'm almost nervous to tell them because, like, well, I know half the places around are like less, not much less, but
yeah,
that $5 is $5 to some people.
exactly. It's a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's a
I
Happy
just
Meal
send them the
anymore,
invoice and they
but
paid online. I have one customer. She's like,
yeah,
you keep forgetting to turn the tip option on. Like, well, I don't expect it. She'll turn it on. So she
yeah,
tips me like $50. Think, all right, $200 for
nice.
MX whatever that Mazda SUV is,
Okay,
Mazda
yeah, the
5 or whatever. I
MX-7,
think.
the MX-5. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's a good one. I'm kind of the same way. Like, when in fact, I had one of my clients yesterday comes to me every 3 months for a wash and sealant job, and the last time he came, I do Square on my phone. So the last time he came, I um I hit the service, and then he tapped his card to my reader or whatever, and then it pulls up the thing for tips. And so I skipped past it, and I handed it to him to enter his email or his phone number or whatever for the receipt. And he's like, "Wait, I thought there was like a tip option or something like that." And I was like, "Oh, I went past it." And he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "No, I wanted to tip you or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well," I was like, "Just catch me next time or something." I said, I don't usually, clients, I own the place, so they don't usually tip me, but I always appreciate it. So he came yesterday for his 3-month deal, and I'm ringing him up, and he's like, "Don't forget, got to tip you this time." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." So I just hand the phone to him and let him select the tip. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool when they do that, because I definitely don't ever expect it. Obviously, I own the place. They know all the money's coming to me except for, whatever I have to send to the government. But it's nice when they do, because then I go home and I tell the wife, I'm like, "Hey, so I got that tip, so that's my money.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pull that out and get. I'm gonna
No,
that's gonna
no.
cover my
That's
lunches or
going to
whatever."
cheerleading. Don't fool yourself. You're
Yeah,
not fooling us.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to.
That's
Yeah.
what that's what Michelle says. Michelle says, "No, we need
Yeah.
to we need to pay her to cheerleading." Shit's getting too
Yep.
expensive. Uh,
My kid does
yeah.
archery, so it's getting expensive too. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Oh, geez, I can imagine, because I listen. I mean, all we got to do is pay for a uniform. You're buying
Oh.
arrows and bows, and
Yep.
you know, probably the cheapest thing for you is paper targets,
Yeah.
but
Yep. It is. But whatever. As long as he's doing good, he's
yeah,
mostly out of trouble.
yeah,
He's not getting
that's good.
doesn't have a gun. He's not shooting up some school or something. So you got to be
There
happy
you
about
go.
that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, listen, man, let's jump into our last commercial break, and then we'll come back and wrap this up with the
All right.
questions. So we'll be right
Okay.
back.
Knows what a detailer wants. Aquatech is a company founded by detailers for detailers.
Aquatech Coatings is a company that was founded on the frustrations that we all face as professional detailers. And that is why we set out to build a company that eliminates those frustrations, to provide excellent customer service, quality products, reliability, efficiency, products that check all the boxes as professional detailers we need and we want.
Find out why so many detailers around the world are loving the Aquatech difference. Join our team today at aquatechcoatings.com.
Okay. All right, Will. So the 3 questions.
Oh, boy.
So the
Yeah.
first one is the Groundhog Day question.
Oh,
And
jeez.
you're old enough.
Yeah.
You probably know the movie, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you know the premise
I
of
used the
it.
quote.
Don't need to
I
explain
used
it
the
to you.
quote.
So you're stuck in Groundhog Day. You're stuck living the same day over and over and over again. After you decide to to give up on killing yourself because it doesn't work, what's the thing you do? Do you better yourself? Do you help people? Do you try to invent something? What do you do?
I don't even, I never even gave that any thought. Wow. I don't know. Probably just help people, I guess.
Okay.
'Cause what else am I gonna do?
That's
At least I forget it the next
that's
day.
the majority answer. Yeah, that's the majority answer. Everybody says, like, look, even if it's just for one day, I want to help somebody. Except for Brett in Australia. He said he was going to learn something. I forget what he said he was going to learn. But yeah. So okay, and then the Back to the Future
Oh
question.
boy.
So you have full access to the DeLorean. Go anywhere in time, forwards, backwards. Where do you go? What do you do? Why do you do it?
Wow. That's a tough one. Knowing what I know now, I'd have to go back and relive the 80s.
Okay. The best decade there ever
That's
was.
what I'm told, but I was a little bit young.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. 80s, hands down, 80 to 80, 89,
Sure.
best decade
All
ever.
right, if you say so.
No, and listen, 80. I think it was 85 or 86 was probably the best year. I forget which one of those two. It was the best year of the 80s. I think it was 86. They said was the best year of the 80s. All right, and then being that you're a chef or a cook, what's your and we probably already know this because you said it earlier. What's your death row last meal?
Jeez, I heard this a few weeks ago on one of the podcasts. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Never gave it any thought.
I mean, you said you were a burger guy, so I figured you would just straight up hit with a
Yeah, but
burger.
I've
But
also
looks like
heard that if you can ask for something that can't be given you don't die. It's not your last meal.
is
I
that
don't
true?
know. I heard it somewhere. Maybe it was a movie. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, so like if you ask for like unicorn patties,
Mm.
then you don't die.
Always.
You sit around and wait for somebody to find a unicorn patty.
I think wherever I heard it, it was a spoiled Twinkie.
Spoiled Twinkie because they don't
Exactly.
spoil. That's a
And it
good
made
one.
perfect sense. I don't remember where I heard that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
I don't know if they do go
Have to look
bad,
up
but
if there's
whatever.
Well, no, I don't think they do. Well, I don't know. So there's well, I guess maybe they're not Twinkies, but there is a guy in my complex where my shop is that he is a like a Little
Oh
Debbie,
boy, Little Debbie.
I don't know, distributor. I don't know what the term is. Like, so like once a month or whatever, the 18-wheeler tractor trailer truck pulls up and they just unload cases and cases and cases of Little Debbies into storage units, and then him and his guys, then they have like the little enclosed trailers that they load up into and go to, I guess, like all the grocery stores and convenience stores and stuff like that. But every now and then when I go to the dumpster to dump trash, like, there'll be, uh, boxes of, different Little Debbie's treats thrown away in there that I guess are, past the expiration date or whatever. So I don't know, but I've never seen a Twinkie in there though. So
I
maybe
don't,
that's,
I
the
don't see
different
Twinkies that
story.
often. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think we even have them here in Canada. I don't have a passport
Uh-huh.
anymore, so I haven't been to Michigan in a couple of years. But it's the only place
Okay.
I ever Found them is
Yeah.
Michigan and Walmart. Never seen
Okay.
them in Canada. Not up north anyway.
Really? Uh, yeah, I think we I mean they have them here. I think Twinkies are Hostess brand. I think if
So
I'm not mistaken, it's not or whatever. So I mean I think we do have them in the grocery stores. I've always wanted to find a Chocodile, which is just a chocolate covered Twinkie,
yeah,
but apparently they quit making
doesn't
those
even sound good.
years ago. I know, but I just wanted to try it. Wanted to try a chocolate covered Twinkie. So I don't know, but all right. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on and doing this. You were another virtual sign up on
Yeah.
the virtual sign up sheet in the discussion group, dude. It made it super easy to get you on as a guest. So I really appreciate you for doing this. And if anybody wanted to reach out to you and maybe if they peruse your Facebook and see some sweet food, maybe get some recipes
Yeah.
from you, or just wanted to talk whatever, where can everybody find you?
Easiest place is on through Facebook Messenger. I
Yeah.
had a website and I got rid of it. I'm working
Okay.
on a new one. So
Okay. And it's just Will Boston for
yeah.
everybody. If you're looking
And
for
there's,
Will.
I
So
do have my business page is East Algoma Detail on Facebook, but
okay.
I don't update it as often as I probably should.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
either.
not a before and after picture guy, so
Okay.
I forget. I'll get
I
halfway
u-
into cleaning, like, oh damn it, I forgot.
yeah, that's how I am. I usually forget the befores, and then you take the
Yep.
afters, and it's like, well, you don't have the before, so whatever. But
I don't know how many people I even know would be listening to this. Most
yeah,
people
but
are probably way all over the world, not anywhere near me.
but you never know. Sometimes people listen to these and then hear you say something or talk about something, and maybe
Well, I'm
it's
sure Dean's
they
gonna
have.
be probably hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure Dean will.
He's
Dean's like
driven through
pretty
my
good.
town. He's
Yeah,
driven through
yeah.
on his way
I'll
west.
have to tell Dean next time he drives through, he's got to stop by and see you. Then,
Yeah, maybe. I
yeah,
know some good breakfast places in town. So
there you go,
yeah,
Dean. Stop by and have some breakfast.
yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll talk to you soon, man. I appreciate it as always.
All
You have
right,
a great
thanks.
night. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we learned a lot about Will. Learned he could cook. Learned he doesn't really like working on cars too much anymore, all that fun stuff. So another one in the books. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification button anywhere that you're listening to the podcast. Please make sure to go and support our ad partners. We've got some great deals for you, all that fun stuff. Again, I will be at Noxie's May 3rd through the 5th. You still have some time to go sign up with Angel Wax if you want to come and hang out with us. Maybe learn some stuff, maybe not, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, until next time, have a great day, night, weekend, whenever you're listening to this. And I appreciate y'all. Take care.